Elon Musk's newly revealed $13 billion Exxon Done doesn't just challenge the limits of aviation, it shatters them. A jet that takes off like a rocket, climbs beyond 100,000 feet, and disables enemy electronics without firing a bullet? And yet, the most jaw-dropping part, that it's not just a weapon, it might become the future of commercial flights, slashing global travel times by 70%. How did Musk secretly build a machine the Pentagon calls too powerful to control? Let's dive into it. The X-1 finally revealed. For years, whispers circulated among aviation circles and SpaceX fans, rumors of Elon Musk secretly developing an aircraft unlike anything seen before. Hidden behind SpaceX's fortified walls, the project remained a mystery until, in early 2025, Musk stepped onto a minimalist stage, bathed in LED lights, and unveiled the X-1, a hypersonic jet designed to break every rule of flight. Analysts, reporters, and even aerospace veterans could hardly believe it. Was this another publicity stunt? It wasn't. The X-1 is real, and it is terrifyingly fast. The aircraft reaches speeds of 4,600 miles per hour, doubling the record of the legendary SR-70 Blackbird, which held the title for over 40 years. This means crossing the Atlantic in under an hour, faster than watching a single movie on a commercial flight. Beneath its titanium carbon composite skin lies a re-engineered space shuttle engine, originally designed for hypersonic weapons, now powering this futuristic machine. But the X-1's most jaw-dropping feature? It takes off vertically like a rocket, eliminating the need for runways or massive air bases. For Musk, this is more than engineering, it's a philosophy. As he famously said, "We shouldn't be constrained by the ground." Much of the X-1's tech comes from years of classified SpaceX research, especially its hypersonic missile program. In late 2024, Bloomberg confirmed several secret tests at SpaceX's Texas site. Insiders revealed that this data directly fueled the X-1's development. But what it did next stunned even the Pentagon, and it had nothing to do with speed. Features that sound like science fiction. The X-1's raw speed is impressive, but what truly sets it apart is what happens after takeoff. During its first classified test, the Pentagon was caught off guard when the X-1 vanished, not from sight, but from radar. Camouflaged seamlessly against the sky, it blended like a drifting cloud. Fighter jets scrambled, fearing an unknown threat, only to later discover they had been chasing Musk's prototype all along. In late 2024, the RAND Corporation confirmed that stealth technology has evolved beyond radar deflection to adaptive camouflage, allowing aircraft to adjust their appearance mid-flight. Yet, the X-1 pushes this further than anything previously seen. Remarkably, while staying hidden, it conserves fuel. According to documents leaked in March 2025 and reviewed by Aviation Week, SpaceX has reduced the X-1's fuel consumption by 30%. This allows it to cross oceans without mid-air refueling, giving it a massive operational advantage. Even more startling is its onboard weapon. At the core of its arsenal is a microwave-based directed energy system. On low settings, it causes a non-lethal burning sensation to deter threats. When intensified, it can disable enemy electronics, melting circuits from miles away. As one SpaceX engineer described, "It's like holding a lightning bolt and you get to aim it." The X-1 doesn't just fly fast, it flies impossibly high. Capable of reaching 105,000 feet, it easily surpasses most fighter jets, including the F-2220 Raptor, which struggles beyond 65,000 feet. A 2025 report by the United States Air Force Research Laboratory confirms that only a few experimental aircraft have ever breached the 100,000-foot ceiling. None with the X-1's combination of speed, stealth, and endurance. Above this altitude, it is nearly untouchable. Radars fail to track it, missiles struggle to reach it, and enemy jets simply cannot follow. And yet, It needs no bullets, just pure technological dominance. Yet the X-1's greatest challenge isn't the laws of physics, but the battle for who controls it. The Pentagon vs. Elon Musk. As astonishing as the X-1 appears on paper, not everyone is applauding. Behind the scenes, a serious power struggle has erupted between Elon Musk's bold vision of the future and the Pentagon's firm hold on the present. Musk is pushing hard, aiming to revolutionize not just aviation, but global defense itself. Yet senior military officials are hitting the brakes. The X-1 is no mere showpiece. Valued at $13 billion, this hypersonic jet holds the potential to shift the global balance of power. In fact, a report by the United States Congressional Research Service revealed growing unease inside the Pentagon over the increasing role of private companies like SpaceX in military operations. Handing control of a $13 billion aircraft capable of unmatched speed, stealth, and directed energy weapons to a private citizen, even one as influential as Musk, raises serious concerns about unchecked power. Tensions reportedly peaked during a classified Pentagon briefing late last year. According to an insider quoted by Defense One, Musk was insistent on having operational control of the X-1. The Pentagon flatly refused. Musk argued that limiting the aircraft's use would stall progress. Military leaders, however, saw something more dangerous: a privately controlled aircraft capable of flying undetected into hostile airspace with weapons no nation fully understands. And this is not Musk's first standoff with Washington. Back in 2023, his decision to limit Starlink's military use in Ukraine without formal U.S. guarantees sparked diplomatic waves worldwide. Yet, the X-1 raises the stakes even higher. The Pentagon views it as either a strategic asset or a ticking time bomb. But the conflict extends beyond just military corridors. The world is watching. A RAND Corporation report confirmed that both Russia and China have accelerated their own hypersonic programs, fearing that Musk's creation could tilt global stability and ignite a modern hypersonic arms race. So, how does this controversial jet actually stack up against the world's best fighters? X-1 vs. the best fighter jets today. For decades, two names have ruled the skies: the F-35 Lightning II and the F-22 Raptor. These are not ordinary jets. They are the backbone of the United States Air Force, engineered for speed, stealth, and air dominance. The F-35 reaches about 1,200 miles per hour. The F-22, considered the most capable air-to-air fighter to date, tops out at around 1,500 miles per hour, according to the latest 2025 U.S. Air Force report. Then comes the X-1. This aircraft does not just edge ahead, it leaves them behind completely. It cruises at a jaw-dropping 4,600 miles per hour, more than triple the combined speed of both the F-35 and F-22 based on figures leaked to Aviation Week. And the advantages don't stop at speed. While the F-35 has long been admired for its stealth, the X-1 raises the bar. Using adaptive camouflage, it virtually disappears from radar, even from systems designed to detect stealth aircraft. Confirmed by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Lincoln Laboratories' 2025 radar tests. The X-1 also outflies its rivals vertically, reaching an astonishing 105,000 feet, nearly twice the F-22's ceiling of 65,000 feet. According to the Federal Aviation Administration, no operational jet has sustained flight at such heights with the X-1's stability. Add to that its 30% fuel efficiency improvement and the elimination of mid-air refueling, and the X-1 becomes a long-range game-changer. Finally, its directed energy microwave weapon system can disable enemy electronics or force retreats without firing a single missile. But what if this beast wasn't just built for war, but for something that could change your everyday life? Before we continue, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, just press the notification bell and hit that subscribe button. It means the world. It really supports this channel. And if you do that for me, I promise my team and I will do everything we can to make this show even better for you. Deal. The X-1's hidden civilian potential. In fact, this might only be the beginning. Beneath its futuristic armor and advanced weaponry lies a possibility far bigger than military dominance, one that could transform how we all experience the world. Consider this: traveling from New York to London in under 1 hour. No more exhausting red-eye flights, no more jet lag, and no more spending long hours cramped in airplane cabins. The X-1's hypersonic propulsion is not just designed for war, it could be the foundation for the world's first commercial hypersonic passenger flights. A study from NASA's Ames Research Center confirms that technologies similar to those used in the X-1, including high-efficiency engines and advanced heat shielding, could reduce global flight times by more than 70%, unlocking routes that were previously too long or too costly to operate. Beyond faster vacations, the impact is far-reaching. For global business, humanitarian missions, and disaster response, these speed advantages could literally save lives. Yet the X-1 holds another wild card: its mysterious microwave system. While originally designed as a weapon, experts, including Dr. Valerie Knox from the International Telecommunication Union, suggest it could one day revolutionize wireless power transmission and data communication. This could make traditional power grids and cell towers obsolete, delivering energy and internet access to remote regions without the need for infrastructure. However, not everyone views this as a blessing. During the United Nations Disarmament Conference, international leaders voiced concerns that the X-1 could trigger a dangerous hypersonic arms race. Russia and China have already accelerated their programs, fearing a sudden shift in global power. Will the X-1 reshape aviation, energy, and communication for the good of humanity, or light the fuse of a new Cold War? For now, only Elon Musk holds the answer. Engineering the impossible. Behind the X-1's jaw-dropping speed and futuristic design lies a problem few talk about: the brutal reality of physics. While it looks like the future of aviation, it also exposes the limits of today's science. At hypersonic speeds around 4,600 miles per hour, the X-1 does not just cut through the air, it collides with it, generating extreme friction. Temperatures exceeding 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than the Space Shuttle's heat shield endured during re-entry, according to NASA's 2025 Advanced Materials Report. That is enough to melt steel instantly. SpaceX is racing to solve this with next-generation thermal protection systems. Advanced ceramic composites and heat-resistant alloys, some adapted from the Starship heat shield, are being pushed to their limits. But heat is only half the battle. The second challenge is the engine. To reach Mach 6, SpaceX is adapting a smaller version of its Raptor engine, enhanced with technology from its hypersonic missile program, confirmed by the U.S. Defense Science Board. Turning a space engine into an air-breathing reusable power plant is no easy task. Yet, if these hurdles are overcome, the reward could be historic. The X-1 would not just become the fastest jet on Earth, it could spark a new era of spaceplanes. Vehicles capable of taking off like jets, soaring to suborbital heights, and delivering passengers or cargo anywhere on the planet. In fact, the Federal Aviation Administration Space Commercialization Study estimates that suborbital flights could grow into a $25 billion market by 2030 if reusable systems like the X-1 succeed. For now, though, the X-1 remains a paradox, a machine from the future still battling the challenges of today. The story of Falcon 1. It is easy to look at the X-1 today and assume SpaceX has always been on top. But the truth is, the same company now developing a $13 billion hypersonic jet nearly collapsed in its earliest days. Before reusable rockets and bold Mars plans, there was Falcon 1, a small, fragile, and, as Musk himself once said, barely functional rocket. When SpaceX was founded in 2002, the goal was not to build the most powerful rocket in history. It was simply to survive in the brutal world of aerospace. Falcon 1 was SpaceX's first real shot at breaking into an industry dominated by governments. Standing just 70 feet tall, about one-third the height of today's Falcon 9, it could carry a modest payload of 450 kilograms to low Earth orbit, according to NASA's Launch Vehicle Database. Yet, Falcon 1 was never just about payloads. It was about proving that a private company could achieve orbital flight without government backing. Many doubted them, including veteran aerospace engineers. Between 2006 and 2008, SpaceX's first 3 Falcon 1 launches ended in failure. Engines failed, control systems malfunctioned. Each setback drained the company's funds and pushed Musk closer to bankruptcy. In his 2024 autobiography, Risking It All, Musk admitted there were moments he considered giving up. Then came the breakthrough. On September 28, 2008, Falcon 1 became the first privately developed liquid-fueled rocket to reach orbit. Inside a small control center on Amalek Island, the SpaceX team erupted in tears and applause. This single success changed everything. Within months, NASA awarded SpaceX a $1.6 billion commercial resupply services contract, saving the company and validating Musk's vision. Falcon 1's triumph became the foundation of SpaceX's rise, leading to Falcon 9, Starship, and now the groundbreaking X-1. Without those early struggles, there would be no hypersonic jet defying the laws of physics today. If SpaceX had failed that 4th launch, do you think Elon Musk would still be changing the world today? Or would we be living in a very different future? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and follow the channel to discover more interesting things. The Falcon 9 Revolution. Falcon 1 may have saved SpaceX from collapse, but it was Falcon 9 that forever changed the space industry. With NASA's support secured, SpaceX was no longer just surviving, it was aiming higher. Yet, instead of simply building a larger rocket, SpaceX built a smarter one. Falcon 9 was designed not to be thrown away like every rocket before it, but to return, land, and fly again. At the time, many thought the idea was reckless. Rockets were expected to be single-use. Yet Elon Musk and his engineers saw things differently. They believed the real breakthrough wasn't about building bigger rockets. It was about making them reusable. Rockets, they argued, should operate more like airplanes. Fly, land, refuel, and fly again. Falcon 9's first flight came in 2010, but the real turning point happened in 2015. In a moment that stunned the world, Falcon 9's first stage, the largest and costliest part, gently returned to Earth and landed upright on a pad. It became the first orbital-class rocket ever recovered for reuse. Inside SpaceX's control center, engineers erupted into cheers, tears, and applause. According to NASA's Commercial Orbital Transportation Services report, Falcon 9's reusability slashed launch costs by more than 40%, making regular spaceflight not just possible, but practical. Since that breakthrough, Falcon 9 has become the backbone of SpaceX's operations. By March 2025, it had completed over 400 successful launches, regularly carrying satellites, cargo, and astronauts to the International Space Station under NASA's Commercial Crew Program. Today, Falcon 9 holds a success rate of more than 98.7%, ranking it among the safest and most cost-effective rockets ever built. But perhaps its biggest legacy? It forced the entire aerospace industry to change. Reusability went from a risky experiment to an industry standard. And yet, for SpaceX, this was just the beginning. The lessons from Falcon 9 would soon power even bigger leaps including Falcon Heavy, Starship, and now the mysterious $13 billion hypersonic project, the X-1. The Falcon Heavy Era. As SpaceX turned Falcon 9 into a reliable workhorse, the company did not slow down, it accelerated. Elon Musk's ambition was no longer just about sending cargo to the International Space Station. He wanted to build something the world had never seen. That ambition gave birth to Falcon Heavy, the most powerful operational rocket on Earth. Falcon Heavy stands 230 feet tall and produces over 5 million pounds of thrust at liftoff, the equivalent of 18 Boeing 747s taking off simultaneously, according to NASA's Space Launch System Comparative Study. Yet it was not just the rocket's size that shocked the world, it was what it carried. On February 6, 2018, Falcon Heavy launched with Musk's personal Tesla Roadster as its payload. Inside the car sat Starman, a mannequin in a SpaceX spacesuit. As millions watched live, the Roadster drifted into a solar orbit beyond Mars, instantly becoming a cultural phenomenon. Some dismissed it as a stunt, others as wasteful, but for Musk and his team, it was a statement. SpaceX was not just about business, it was about showing the world that the impossible could be done today. And inspire it did. The mission was nearly flawless. 2 of the rocket's boosters landed simultaneously, creating one of the most iconic aerospace visuals of the decade. Although the 3rd booster narrowly missed its drone ship, the achievement was undeniable. Since then, Falcon Heavy has flown multiple commercial and government missions, including launches for the United States Space Force and NASA's Psyche asteroid mission, as noted in NASA's October 2024 press release. Each mission strengthened SpaceX's position as an innovator, unafraid to take bold risks. The real endgame? If Falcon Heavy proved SpaceX could do the unthinkable, Starship showed the world they were only just beginning. Standing nearly 400 feet tall when fully stacked, Starship is the largest and most powerful rocket ever built. Its mission is bold, not just to reach orbit, but to make humanity a multi-planet species. Designed to be fully reusable, Starship is built for much more than Mars. It is meant for missions to the Moon, Earth orbit, and deep space. The system combines the Super Heavy booster and the Starship spacecraft, powered by 33 Raptor engines, each producing over 500,000 pounds of thrust, according to NASA's Commercial Launch Report. However, what truly sets Starship apart is its in-space refueling system. Long considered science fiction, SpaceX plans to demonstrate it as early as late 2025, confirmed by NASA's Artemis program status report. By docking 2 Starships in orbit, one serving as a tanker, SpaceX can extend mission ranges far beyond traditional limitations. This single capability could redefine human space exploration, allowing spacecraft to go further without being limited by launch fuel capacity. It is not just a technical upgrade, it is a fundamental shift. Yet behind the engineering is Musk's deeper motivation: survival. As he said during a 2023 press event, "We don't want to be one asteroid away from extinction." For Musk and his team, Starship is not just a rocket, it is a backup plan for humanity. Starship is now central to NASA's Artemis 3 mission, aiming to land the next astronauts on the Moon by 2026, according to NASA's Artemis Progress Report. It is also slated for cargo launches, satellite deployments, and eventually crewed missions to Mars. Still, Starship's path is far from easy. Every flight and every engine test pushes the limits of current technology. But SpaceX is no longer a startup. It is now leading the race. The Unsung Hero. While the spotlight today shines on Starship and the mysterious X-1, it is easy to overlook the spacecraft that quietly secured SpaceX's place in spaceflight history. Before rockets were landing themselves or cars floated beyond Mars, there was Dragon, the spacecraft that consistently delivered on one of humanity's toughest challenges: reaching space and returning safely. In May 2012, Dragon became the first privately built spacecraft to dock with the International Space Station, a feat once thought possible only for government space agencies. There were no sports cars or flashy live streams, just a reliable capsule proving SpaceX could deliver vital cargo to orbit and bring it back intact. But Dragon did not stop there. In 2020, SpaceX introduced Crew Dragon, carrying astronauts safely to and from the International Space Station, an achievement only a handful of nations had previously accomplished. As of NASA's Commercial Crew Report, Crew Dragon has completed over 30 crewed missions without a single loss of life. At the same time, Cargo Dragon continues to serve as a critical supply line for the space station, while the upcoming Dragon XL is set to support NASA's Lunar Gateway as part of the Artemis program, with its first mission targeted for 2026, according to NASA's Artemis Gateway Logistics Report. In many ways, Dragon has been the quiet workhorse behind SpaceX's rise. While Starship dominates headlines and the X-1 captures imaginations, it is Dragon that has become the reliable heartbeat of daily operations. More importantly, Dragon proved beyond doubt that private spaceflight is not just possible, it is dependable, sustainable, and essential to modern space exploration. So, as we marvel at hypersonic planes and towering rockets, it is worth remembering SpaceX's future is not just being built, it is already orbiting above us. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love this content. Comment below about the next topic you'd like to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.